Therapy will start now.
You are listening to Cliff F. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews Primetime.
Good evening and welcome to koolNews Primetime. It is 8:53 and I'm Carl. Supporters of fugitive televengeance Apollo Kibuloy bear their plan to camp at the Lawiwasang Bonifacio in Manila as part of the protest against the government. Religious sect Kingdom of Jesus Christ supporters, led by former Philippine Chair the Sweepstakes Office Board member Sandra Cam, said they would not leave the area for the night. In light with this, Cam then asked the public for help. So to peace-loving Filipinos, we are here waiting for you. We will not leave this place rain or shine even until midnight. We will sleep here in Liwa Sang Bonifacio, the former PCSO's official said. We need water and food. Just send us anything here because we will never leave. Those here in Metro Manila, we are asking you to send us water and food, porridge or fried chicken, she added. As of 6 p.m., the crowd estimate in the area so far reached 150. Cam said two more batches of supporters are expected to arrive in the area. Supporters gathered at the Plaza Marienda in Quiapo as early as 3:30 p.m. and began marching towards Liwasang Bonifacio at 4 p.m. KGC members are repeatedly calling for the resignation of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and justice for the leader, Kibuloy, who is wanted for child abuse, sexual abuse, and qualified trafficking case. Over the weekend, around 2,000 members of the Philippine National Police raided the KGC compound in Buhangin District, Davao City to serve arrest warrants for Kibuloy. Additionally, two alleged victims of human trafficking were rescued from the Kingdom of Jesus Christ KGC compound in Davao City on Sunday. The chaos that happened in the compound of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ could have been avoided if televangelist about Kibuloy had appeared before the Senate or the court from the beginning, Senator Risa Hontiveros said on Monday. In a statement on Monday, Hontiveros urged Kibuloy to come forward publicly to end the ongoing turmoil. On Saturday, around 2,000 Philippine National Police personnel raided the compound of KGC in Davao City in a new effort to execute an arrest warrant against Kibuloy, who is facing charges of child abuse, sexual abuse, and qualified trafficking. In response to this, KGC members on Sunday staged a rally. Kibuloy, all of this would come to end if you come out in public, Hontiveros said in a statement. Hontiveros likewise called for de-escalation of tension from both the BNP and the members of the KGC. She highlighted that the police must ensure that no violence occurs during their operations. No citizen must be hurt during the process of arresting Kibuloy. Our law enforcers must practice maximum tolerance, Hontiveros said. Similarly, Senate President Francis Chis Escudero agreed with the statement issued by the Integrated Bar of the Philippines Davao City chapter. On Sunday, the IPP Davao urged the PNP officers executing warrants of arrest and those affected by the enforcement to respect the rule of law and sovereignty in its application. As a lawyer and an officer of the court, I am in complete agreement with the statement issued by IPP Davao City, Escudero said in a message to reporters also on Monday. Escudero also echoed the calls for Kibuloy to surrender to avoid further escalation and loss of lives. I likewise joined Senator Ronald De La Rosa in calling on and urging Pastor Kibuloy to surrender in order to avoid any further aggravation and worsening of the situation where there may be more needless loss of lives as well as an increasing disrespect for the rule of law and our law enforcers, Escudero said. As of Sunday, Regional Police Chief Brigadier General Nicholas Torres III said that Kibuloy remains inside the KGC and disclosed that they have discovered an underground area where the religious leader might be hiding. Former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque may be cited for contempt again for seemingly challenging the authority of the House of Representatives Quad Committee, Santa Rosa City Representative Dan Fernandez said on Monday. In a virtual hearing, Fernandez said the Quad Committee members may discuss Roque's criticisms of the Marcos administration at the House for detaining him for a day. Well, actually, that's condemnable, and should one of the members of the committee tackle that issue, no one can prevent him or her from discussing it on the Quadcom on the next hearing on Wednesday, Fernandez said. When he questioned our right to cite resource persons for contempt, that is contemptible. That's why, well, it's an issue that we have to discuss if ever somebody will raise it on the floor on Wednesday. But as I have said, for me, nobody paid attention to him, right? Because people know that we're not doing this because of politics, he said. he added. Further, this also said he is already accustomed to Roque's dates, supposedly having seen a side of the lawyer exhibiting good behavior when inside the house premises and a critical personality once he is outside. I think maybe one of the members will tackle that because some of the lawmakers may have been hurt, but for me, I have grown accustomed to it. I took it as two persons that we are dealing with, one Harry Roque on the outside and another Harry Roque on the inside, he added. Roque was cited for contempt during the court committee hearing last Thursday as he supposedly lied about the reason why he skipped the previous discussion. He said in the letter to the panel that he was scheduled to attend a court hearing in Manila last August 16, but court records showed that the hearing was held on August 15. He was detained for a day in the House. He criticized the court panel after leaving the House premises on Friday night. They said I disrespected the Congress. To those who watched the hearings, did I do that? I have had 34 years of law practice, but I do not know of a court that issued arrest orders because they failed to attend hearings. Why is it that in Congress I missed one of 4 hearings, but they take me? Roque asked. The answer is because they really want to stifle the free speech of the administration's critics. They want to silence people who aggravate the interests of the Filipino people, he added. A complainant who sued hotel officials for supposedly not giving the proper senior citizen discounts has asked the inhibition of the judge handling the case for being also a customer of the same hotel chain. Copies on an anonymous motion filed last June 25 and released on Monday show complainant Melinda Rada asking that the presiding judge of the Pasig City Metropolitan Trial Court Branch 155 inhibit herself from the proceedings due to a social media post. Rada's camp claimed that the presiding judge attended a birthday celebration at the Marco Polo Hotel in Pasig where staffers supposedly treated her kindly. These cases involve Marco Polo Hotel Ortigas, and the accused is the president of entity which owns the said hotel and conducts business as a hotel. However, it appeared that the Honorable Presiding Judge recently enjoyed the services, facilities, and amenities of Marco Polo Hotel Ortigas, Rodas Camp said in their omnibus motion. Without casting aspersion on the person of the Honorable Presiding Judge, it is respectfully submitted that recent event behoves the Honorable Presiding Judge to voluntarily recuse herself from these proceedings in order to preserve the public trust and faith in the independence and integrity of this honorable court, the complainant added. Last December 2023, Rada asked the Pasig City government to revoke the hotel's permit to operate for allegedly violating the Senior Citizens Act, as she and her sister, who is a senior citizen, was not given any discount for a room that they booked because it was on a promo. However, Rada said no evidence was presented by the hotel when asked for proof that the promo has clearance from the Department of Trade and Industry, prompting her to file complaints before the Pasig City's prosecutor's office. According to Rada's camp, the motion and in opposition to the motion has been filed before the said Metropolitan Trial Court, but no ruling has been issued as of now. In the opposition filed by the Council of Lili Pedrosa, said the representative of the hotel, the judge's act of availing of the services of Marco Polo Hotel, or because does not necessarily amount to bias and prejudice. According to the defendant, the hotel itself is not a party to the case, as the complaints were against Pedrosa and another official of the hotel, and not the establishment itself. The mere act of enjoying the services of Marco Polo Hotel Ortigas, which is not even a party to the case, does not about the bias and partiality Pedrosa's camp claims. Virtually, the mere act of availing of and enjoying the services of a hotel which is merely tangentially involved in a case which this judge is handling cannot logically lead to the conclusion that the judge is automatically biased and impartial. In fact, this argument even borders on the sequitur, they added. Discounts for Sanders was a much discussed topic at the House of Representatives earlier this year. Last January 17, an international coffee house chain was reprimanded by lawmakers over its alleged ordinance's implementation of a discount policy for senior citizens and persons with disability. At the hearing of the House Committee on Ways and Means, Chairperson and Albay 2nd District Representative Joy Calzada asked the asked the coffee shop to reimburse its customers by offering a drink and a calzone sent to seniors and PWDs. Eventually, it was discovered that many stores are also not strictly observing the discount for seniors and PWDs, aside from the fact that the discounts are no longer enough to cover the needs of this sector. And two more cases of Mpox were reported in the country, the Department of Health had said on Monday. The DOH said the new cases were detected in Metro Manila. A 37-year-old male and a 32-year-old male have MPXV plate 2, the model form of the Mpox virus. On August 20, the 37-year-old patient saw a distinct rash begin on his face, arms, legs, thorax, palms, and soles, the DOH said. The 32-year-old patient noticed skin lesions, cleared fluid-filled vesicles at his groin area on August 14, and a few days later, fever started, the agency added. They admitted to close, intimate, and skin-to-skin contact before the appearance of the symptoms. The 37-year-old patient remains at the government hospital while the 32-year-old patient is staying at home to recuperate. In total, there have been 12 Mpox cases in the country since July 2022, according to the DOH. The first Mpox case for 2024 was reported last August 18. Before this, the country's last recorded Mpox case was in December 2023. 9 cases have recovered since 2023, and while the 3 latest cases have still yet to be cleared. No deaths due to Mpox have been reported so far. It is now 9:04 in the evening, and Cool News Primetime will be right back. Stick around. Welcome back. The Department of Social Welfare and Development has changed the public figures who seem to downplay the charges against fugitive televangelist Apollo Kibuloy. Kibuloy, leader and father of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ, is facing allegations of human trafficking, sexual exploitation, and abuse of minors. The DSWD pointed out that it is particularly painful when public figures who should be champions of justice and defenders of the vulnerable seem to downplay these horrific acts or align themselves with those accused of such egregious crimes. The agency also said it is standing with those who cannot protect themselves, particularly minors subjected to abuse, human trafficking, and sexual exploitation. As the agency tasked with safeguarding the well-being of our nation's most vulnerable, the SWD cannot stay silent in the face of the serious charges against Mr. Apollo Kibuloy. The allegations of human trafficking, sexual exploitation, and abuse of minors strike at the very core of what we stand for, protecting those who cannot protect themselves, it said. We must never forget that behind every case are real children, real mothers, and real families who are suffering. The DSWD stands with these victims. We are committed to ensuring that they receive the justice they deserve and that their voices are heard, it added. The DSWD said it pains them to see a child in need, in pain, or left without hope. It is the same pain that drives our work at the DSWD, the Social Protection Agency added. The DSWD urged leaders and citizens to stand with them in protecting the rights of every child in the country and support the judicial processes to bring perpetrators to justice. We stand firmly with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. in his commitment to creating a better future for every Filipino child, where no one is left behind or left to suffer alone, it added. Based on reports, one of the rescued human trafficking victims was allegedly taken by KGC members when he was 17 in 2021, while the other was a 52-year-old woman purportedly brainwashed by the religious group. Over the weekend, around 2,000 members of the Philippine National Police raided the KGC compound in Buhagin District, Davao City, to serve arrest warrants for Kibuloy, who is wanted for child abuse, sexual abuse, and qualified trafficking cases. The Davao Police said they are continuously searching the KGC compound and are more than confident that Kibuloy is still inside. PNP spokesperson Colonel TGON Farjado on Monday said the entrance of the underground bunker of the KGC compound would likely be found soon. Farjado also said the ground preparatory the radio authorities is detecting signs of life in an underground area spanning 20 to 30 meters. Whirlwind Corporation Incorporated Catherine Cassandra Ong, the Ong is now officially detained at the House of Representatives, Surigao del Norte 2nd District. Representative Robert A. Sparrows confirmed on Monday afternoon. In a statement, Barbara said that it is important for the House to take custody of Ong as she is the only link to Lucky Star 99, the Philippine offshore giving over the Poco Hub in Porac, Pampanga that was raided last June 4. Whirlwind leased land to Lucky Star 99, but several resource persons have testified that Ong is also involved with the Poco operator. Cassandra Lee Ong's presence is important because she is our only link to Lucky Star 99 and other illegal Poco hubs that were raided by the Porac. Her participation is big because she appears to be the liaison between these illegal Pogos and PAGCOR, Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation. Barbara Shaw of the House Committee on Dangerous Drugs said, "We also need to obtain information from her about the owners, lawyers, and incorporators involved in these operations because it's clear that there are numerous illegal activities going on. The first question we need to ask her is whether she was aware of the scam hubs, torture, prostitution, and other illicit activities." Cassandra Leong is a very vital resource person in the court committee's investigation into illegal Pogos, he added. Earlier, a photo of Ong inside the House detention facility was released by sources. Hours after Santa Rosa City Representative Dan Fernandez confirmed that Ong was being transported from the National Bureau of Investigation to the House premises. Ong is said to own a 58% stake at Whirlwind Corporation, the company that leased the land in Porac, Pampanga to Philippine offshore gaming operator Lucky Star 99. At least 186 foreign and Filipino workers were rescued from that Poco hub, which was raided last June 4th over human trafficking concerns. Fernandez's statements came after several confirmations from House Sergeant at Arms, retired Police General Major General Napoleon Tas, and Ong's consul, Fernando Pasillo. Sources also showed NBS turnover documents received by Tas. The House formally accepted the turnover at 12:57 p.m. The transfer to the House comes after Ong and Sheila Guo, sisters of dismissed Papa Mayor Alice Guo, were arrested by Indonesian authorities last Wednesday, according to the Philippine National Police. Both Ong and Sheila Guo were immediately sent back to the Philippines on Thursday, August 22. The Department of Justice believes the arrest of the Ong and Sheila Guo in Indonesia only proves between the Pogos and Bamban and Porac. The Bamban Pogo hub, which was also raided, meanwhile was linked to former Mayor Guo as her former company, Baofu Land Development Incorporated, leased land to Pogo hub operator Suan. Alice Guo claims to have divested ownership of Baofu, but the Department of the Interior and local government believes the amount she divested for 2.5 million pesos was grossly incurrent to her investment on Baofu, which is approximately 8 hectares of land. Ong's detention is authorized by an arrest order released August 21, as she was cited for contempt by the House Quad Committee for repeatedly skipping several hearings. The Quad Committee is investigating the possible links between illegal activities in Pogos, the illicit drug trade, and possible rights violations in the drug war. Manila 6th District Representative Bienvenido Abate Jr. said Ong would be the key witness since she can shed light on several issues, including former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque's possible involvement in Pogos. Roque has denied several times that he is involved in Pogos, but his documents at that of his former executive assistant, Rodolfo A.R. de la Serna, were found in Lockesar 99 Pogo Hub during its raid. It was also revealed later on that Roque accompanied Ong to Pogor. Pogor Chief Alejandro Tanco said Roque reached out to his office to request a rescheduling of the arrest payment for the lessee and principal of his client, Whirlwind Corporation. The Quad Committee intends to invite Ms. Ong to our next hearing to shed light on critical issues. For instance, her testimony will help ascertain the true nature of Attorney Harry Roque's ties to Legislature 99, Abate said. During our hearings, Attorney Roque has insisted that he is not representing the Spoco, despite substantial evidence suggesting otherwise. However, given that Attorney Roque is an experienced lawyer, it is hard to believe that he is unaware that Cassandra Ong is not only the president of Whirlwind, a supposed real estate firm, but also the president of Lucky Star 99, which actually owns the Pogo Hub, he pointed out. According to Ambante, the actions taken by Roque helping Ong contradicts his denial of links to Pogo Hubs. As the saying goes, it walks like a duck, swims like a duck, and quacks like a duck, that it is most likely a duck. The actions of Attorney Roque on behalf of Lucky Star 99 contradict his words, and we believe Ms. Ong can help us settle this matter once and for all, he stressed. Former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque should refrain from considering himself as a very important political figure that the government will want to ensure, Surigao Del Norte 2nd District Robert H. Barber said. In an online interview on Monday morning, Barber said that the House of Representatives Quad Committee, which has been investigating issues related to Philippine offshore gaming operators hubs, the illegal drug trade, and alleged human rights violations, is not interested in stifling anyone's free speech, as Roque claims. However, Barbos added that if the government were truly intent on silencing political opposition, Roque would not be its target. What I can say is maybe Attorney Harry Roque can minimize his belief that he is an extremely important political figure for his freedom of expression to be stifled, Barbos said after being asked about Roque's statements after finishing his one-day detention at the House. I hope they do not mix politics in this. There is no politics in this, because if there is somebody whose freedom of expression would be stifled, it's not you, Roque, maybe some other person instead, he added. Roque last Friday night posted a video of him near the EDSA shrine, criticizing the government for allegedly silencing his critics after the House Quad Committee ordered him detained for 1 day. The lawyer was cited for contempt during the Quad Committee hearing last Thursday, as he supposedly lied about the reason he escaped during the previous hearing. Roque said in a letter to the panel that he was scheduled to attend a court hearing in Manila last August 16, but court records show that the hearing was held a day before or on August 15. According to Barbers, they do not issue contempt orders on the whim, noting that they only cite resource persons for contempt if they lie or give wrong answers on documents. That's not true. We do not entertain blocking free speech, and we do not want to curtail freedom of expression and freedom of speech because this is against the Constitution. So if you think you are extremely important, that is on you, he said. The fact remains the fact remains that if you answer the questions of lawmakers in the Quadcom because the documents we are looking for are important, like as salons, trust agreements, trust contracts, audited financial statements, these are necessary documents that are needed to prove that the money used by your corporation did not come from Pogos. Roker has been invited to the court committee hearings due to his alleged involvement in Pogos, particularly the Pogo Hub in Parac, Pampanga. During the raid last June 4, bank documents of Roque and his former executive assistant Albert Rodolfo A.R. De la Serna were found in Lucky Sort 99 Poco Hub in Porac. It was later revealed that Roque accompanied Catherine Cassandra Leong, incorporated of Whirlwind Corporation, which leased land in Porac to Lucky Sort 99 to the Philippine Amusements and Gaming Corporation, or shortened as POCOR. Parco Chief Alexandro Stanco said Roque reached out to his office to request a rescheduling of the arrears payment for a lessee and principal of his client, Whirlwind Corporation. Ong was arrested in Indonesia last Friday along with Sheila Guo, sister of dismissed Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo. Ong reportedly holds a 58% stake at Whirlwind Corporation. And just in, House of Representatives Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez has condemned China's continued incursion in the West Philippine Sea, saying that the Chinese Coast Guard's activities are becoming increasingly aggressive as time passes. Romualdez, in a statement on Monday, highlighted that it was the second time in a week that Chinese ships were involved in an incident against Filipino vessels. The speaker was referring to the China Coast Guard ships ramping up the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources vessel near Escota Sabina Shoal, a portion of the WPS well within the country's 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone. Again, we condemn in the strongest terms this newest reckless and dangerous maneuvers by the China Coast Guard on vessels. This time, a BFAR ship conducting a military mission by resupplying Filipino fishermen with food, medical supplies, and diesel, Romualdez said. This is the second time in about a week that China used its might to harass and terrorize our vessels and personnel inside our own territory, he added. A video taken by the Philippine Daily Inquirer Sunday afternoon showed that CCG ship 21551 hitting BRP Dao Sunday, while some of its personnel were seen filming the incident around 10 nautical miles off Escota Shoal. Another video showed that the CCG ship 4102 fired a water cannon against BRP Dao Sunday while en route to the shoal. Additionally, 6 CCG vessels simultaneously fired water cannons against the BFAR vessel. According to China's state broadcaster CCTV, it was the Philippine vessel that illegally intruded into the waters near Sinbin Reef in the Nasha Islands without permission from the Chinese government. Aside from this latest incident, Romualdez noted that last August 19, China Coast Guard ships rammed 2 Philippine Coast Guard vessels. This area is clearly within the 200-mile exclusive economic zone of the Philippines under the United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea, to which China and the Philippines are signatories, Romualdez said, noting that the shoals are over 1,000 miles away from China's southernmost tip. Beijing should pursue consultations and dialogue as a way to resolve conflict and not resort to confrontation and aggression, he added. And finally, in showbiz happenings, Kathleen Bernardo and Ella Richards wrapped up filming their scenes in Alberta, Canada for the reunion movie Hello Love Again, although it remains unknown if the production for the movie is already done. Bernardo and Richards celebrated the ending of film in Canada, where they were joined by their co-actor Joros Gamboa, director Kathleen Garcia Sampana, and crew members as seen on Gamboa's Instagram page on Monday, August 26. Hey, it's a wrap, Canada. Oh, Ethan, ba't ka naman umiyak or why are you crying? Gamboa said in his post while referring to Richards' characters. Last June, Richards, Sampana, and members of the movie's production team flew to Hong Kong to film scenes for the much-anticipated sequel. It's not known if Hello Love Again had already finished filming the movie for good. And that is it for koolNews Primetime. As always, you can get in touch with us at tvhphilippines.news@gmail.com. And join us again tomorrow for another round of news headlines with koolNews at noon or koolNews at 4 p.m. And you will be hearing the morning simulcast of DWBM right here on Cool FM, update to pay for grabbing. Once again, I'm Carlo. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.